see if I could see anywhere with shit this hat straight because I gotta hide this horrible sunburn. Almost looks as bad as when I went on that other trip. You guys might remember when I was in LA, it was burned pretty bad. But let me do this. Light this up. A nice souvenir from the recent trip to Puerto Rico. It's a cigar wrap. I never used this wooden paper, and it doesn't even come off here anyway, so we're not going to even use the wooden paper for it. It was like very short notice on all this, and I just realized, where's that lighter? Oh no, there's no lighter. Damn. I know I just had one. It's just a lighter here, Dutch. Did I sit on it? There it is. Knew I had one. Waiting for more people to get in here, and then we'll do the rest of this live. This is kind of moldy and old, and he already got it cut. Bought this off a guy at the beach when I was in Puerto Rico, but we'll smoke it. Bought one from a cigar shop down there. It was good. It was actually one of the best. This one smokes really nice. Let's see, 5 people over there. Everyone's there. Hey Nick, I just visualized you coming out. Hey, there you go, Mark. That's manifesting. And you know what? That's Mystic manifesting. Mystic Muscle Man, what's up, Pug Life? Look at that. I come back from vacation and the merch is here, some of it. I worked out the kinks with the rest of it. And if you follow me on other social medias, I bought this today. So it's a pretty good day. Mystic merch. And now I'm gonna learn how to ride that with SP. And this is the only other piece of merch that came in, but the manifesting book. However, your favorite mystic is a stupid idiot and put graph paper on there and not actual lines. So this is a prototype. I have to go back in and fix that before I release that. And maybe because I'm right-handed, I make the mug go the other way, unless I just do a reveal every time. But I feel like it's good for the merch when you do that. I was thinking that too, yeah, because I do write my manifestations on a graph paper in my planner. It's got the graph paper on there, so either way, I'll use this. I'll write on anything. I'm always writing. It's been a very productive weekend. Very motivational. Reconnected with my best friend on the way back. I mean, not that we were ever estranged, but we found a way where we could hang out more. We got some business ideas planned, which I was visualizing more money. I was visualizing myself counting out $100 bills the other day, and I wound up counting out $100 bills, and I got the bike. But the bike is a manifestation because I always wanted a free black motorcycle that looked exactly like this. I got this one for $2,000, but it was charging $2,500. Probably could have knocked them down even cheaper because he took the first offer and said, oh, you want $2,000 cash? So he took it, but apparently the bike is worth $3,500 according to my friend. So it's a bike that makes money, so I probably will sell it off at the end of summer and buy something better. But for now, riding with SP and seeing if I like it. YouTube not showing my messages. What's up, Hayden? No, I think YouTube is showing everyone's messages. I haven't seen, unless you wrote in the chat and I didn't see it, but I just saw that right now. I haven't had a chance to reply to anybody's comments. If you're saying that you left comments or sent me DMs or anything, I've gotten back to a few people, not everybody. I just came back in last night from Puerto Rico. I made a post on the community thing. I don't know if everyone saw it, but I made a post that I would be gone for the rest of the last week and into this week. I came back. My family was here today. I had to do stuff for my day job that, if you know, I manifested that. So I wound up, I've been running around, but now I'm back. So Monday morning live became Tuesday night live, or Tuesday mid-afternoon live. But I just wanted to catch up with you guys, see what you guys did this weekend, how the end of your week last week was. I made sure I had enough videos prepped for you guys. Today I think I only had a short, which means after this, when I go home from my parents' place, I'm going to get everything ready for work tomorrow, my first day at this new job. And then I'm going to record all the videos for the next upcoming week. I'm going to go through all the comments, see what people got questions on, whatever you guys tell me here. And then I'm going to get everything prepped up for like the next week or so. Then next Monday we'll be back on our live. We'll have our schedule back together. Things will be good. So it threw me off a little bit, but this was SP's dream vacation. We went to Puerto Rico, and great trip, one of the best trips so far. Some more manifestations, like she posted me on her stories and stuff like that, and she made a post about being with that special someone, something that replicated something that she made for her ex that I always visualized like that would happen for me, and it did. And then I remember her writing just as initials too. She put my initials and then she tagged my profile in there, so I did it for her too. But if you're on here following, do not, and you see me on Instagram, don't follow her profile. I like to keep her separate from Mystic. She only knows about Flex Entertainment, and I don't want her knowing about this. But yeah, about the bike to ride with her, a lot of crazy stuff's been happening. And like I said, technically I wanted a free bike. I paid $2,000, but it's worth $1,500 more, so I basically got a free bike. What kind of bike did you buy? Honda Shadow Spirit. I don't know if it comes through. Let me see if I can get a little video of it. I had to go like do the rest of the shit for it, and I park it out here in this dumpy yard. But yeah, Honda Shadow Spirit 750. So I was practicing doing that. But I've been good, Hayden. So how about you guys? What have you guys been up to? Any manifestations happen, progress, success stories? I know I got a couple success stories emailed to me. I have to reread them again and make them in videos, but they were happy. I was happy to hear that. I didn't actually get a chance to respond to everyone. I was fielding calls from this new job while I was out there, and I was messaging family and all that stuff. Pissed off about manifesting, Hayden? What happened? I've been there too. Yeah, if you guys are experiencing anything or want to talk or something, send some messages now. I'm here, I can answer things live. But I know how it is to be pissed off and say, this shit's fake, I quit, I walk away, and then just like I talk about, I think I had a pretty good set of videos. I was able to see a couple comments while I was out there, and people were saying those last set of videos really helped, and I was really fired up when I did those ones too, so I'm glad they were well received. Ignoring 3D and trying to continue and not slip in manifesting, slip into negativity. Exactly. No, that's good. I know recently, actually over this trip is where I kind of got into like the flow state, and it was funny because Puerto Rico, it's like part of America and stuff like that, but it reminded me of when Neville went to, if I keep doing this, it's because I'm experiencing some sunburn and peeling, it's like it's just annoying me. When Neville went to, I had this dream when I was on the plane. I slept the whole plane ride. When Neville went to Barbados, and then Abdullah told him he will die while he's in Barbados. He's like, I will die. He's like, you will die to your old self. I had that same feeling. I'm going to die to my old self while I'm here. And I grew a lot, like spiritually while I was out there too. I was like, I had one day where I was really mad. I was tired. Things weren't going according to plan. But things with me and SP grew even more on this trip. And, sorry, this is really annoying me on my nose. But me and her, like, we grew a lot. And a lot of mini manifestations and little things happened. I was changing things on the spot. And I was in, like, a flow state. I wasn't trying to manifest anything. It's like whatever comes my way, I accept. And I was just kind of letting things flow in and out of my life. I come back here, the exact bike I picture, and then this manifestation happens. And I told her, I'm like, one of the things I want to do this summer is to get closer with my best friend and my family. I come back here. We had a great time getting back together, me and my family and everyone. And I just feel like it's like Neville said, like you'll die to your old self. So it's like I came back and like that. So let's see. I do everything right. I imagine the SP. I feel the presence. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the scene. I do affirming and all, and then nothing. I'm still unable to see movement. Well, this is what I talk about when you're unable to see movement. Everything is movement. So okay, if you see the angel numbers, like I know I say that they're like they're whatever, they're just numbers. But if they help keep you motivated, okay, see the angel numbers, okay, cool. That's motivation. You see her name, you see something like that. Or you hear something about her, even if it's negative, it's like, man, there's movement. Or if you see nothing, you just say everything is movement. But the fact is, when it's like you're swimming or whatever, across a pool and you're like, when you swim underwater, you can't see nothing, but you kind of feel it. It's like, I feel like I'm already at the end, and you look up and you're only halfway there, and then you're like, fuck, I'm only halfway there, back down and keep swimming. It's like if you look up and it's still not there, be like, I'm so grateful it's here. Or like I said, using the excitement. In one of the last videos I posted, it was like using excitement or fear to manifest, because it's like, man, I only have so much time for myself to do this or to do that, because my SP's on the way. I only have so much time to do it. So it's like using the fear of like, oh, she's gonna be here soon, or the what do you call it, or the excitement of she's gonna be here soon, to keep yourself motivated. And I know it's like that's not living in the end, it's thinking of the end, but at the same time it could be a way to help you. And I know how frustrating it could be. It's like, man, I'm doing everything right, I doubt this, fuck this, I don't care about it, I don't want to do it anymore. And I've always thought, I'm like, maybe it's a fluke. Why does it work for other people? Why does it work for me? Or why doesn't it work for me? And then before you know it, like me and my best friend were talking about this yesterday. Everything we've ever tried to manifest has ever manifested into our lives. And sometimes it could take, like he was talking about his dream job, which he's got now, but at one point he thought he would never have it. Like all the odds were against him. He got it. Now he wants to do something else with his life. And every step he's taking is getting him there slowly, slowly. And then before you know it, you look up. And when you finally look up, it's like, man, look how far I've come. And this is what kind of got me into that flow state too, is when I realized it's so often we beat up on ourselves, like, well, I don't have this or this or that. And it's like, okay, even though I don't have certain things, it's like I've made it so far. Look how far I've come. That's why it's like, look back, give yourself credit for how far you've come. Use everything as a sign. Feel good about everything that you have coming into your world, and realize that it's here already. Even though when you look up and it's not, and it pisses you off, trust me, I've been there. It's not. I'm not going to sit there like other people and tell you, well, just persist. That's it, persist. I'll tell you, I've been fucking fed up and mad too. But when you look back a long time later, like there's stuff that I wanted with my SP a long time ago, and it's like I got her, and then it's like, well, I'm unhappy because it's not like this. But then the more I stuck it out and I just kept persisting and forgetting about it, then it pops up and it's like, wow, that was really nice. I love that. Wait a minute, I asked for this before from the universe. I did manifesting techniques. Oh, here it is now. And it shocks you. I've been low energy and trying to glow up. My hair is long as fuck right now, and I'm going to get it cut tomorrow and sign up at the gym. I'm still wanting to see that ball I've been visualizing. There you go, Mark. The basketball, right? I think I saw one of your comments. It was you were looking for the one that looked like a Pepsi can, right? You were saying you wanted a blue and red basketball. It's funny because I was at the park with SP when I read that comment from you, and I looked over, and there was a red and silver. There was a red and silver basketball right next to me. I was gonna send a picture to the thing and then tag you somehow, or send it because you follow me on Instagram. I was gonna send it to you on the Instagram and be like, look what I just found. But it was slightly off, but it was close. There's your birds before land on that basketball. So keep your energy high. What's up, H? How you doing, brother? Oh, you have a Honda Shadow too? That's awesome. We do need ink. I haven't talked to her in a couple of days. I messaged her when I messaged her during my trip, because SP posted about post very similar to what I wanted her to make about me, and I was like, man, everything I visualized, it just happened. Man, this is like dying now. Hold on, I'll get back to the comments in a second. But we do need inked. I should have messaged her before I started, but this is impromptu. I just kind of jumped on this real quick because I know I'm behind. The low energy, okay, I read that one. Feeling totally detached and not giving a fuck about the 3D. That's awesome, AMM. Glad to hear that. I think me and Hayden are much in the same place. Yeah, probably. I mean, it sounds like it from what I've heard from both of you guys that you guys are kind of fed up at the point. It's like you're persisting, you're doing everything, and it's hard because, like I said, remember I went there, did that whole balls to the wall thing, and then I saw no movement, no movement. But I'm like, keep my head up, and then I got the opposite. And it was like a fucking gut punch, ball punch, and fucking sucker punch all at the same time. And it's like, what the fuck? Fuck all this shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. And then next thing you know, I got everything I ever wanted after that. And then things went great, then they went horrible, then they went great, and now they're really great. And then they went really bad again, then they went great. And now it's like at a peak where it's like today, I mean, I did wind up messaging SP and stuff today, and we talked a little bit, but I didn't even have the desire to really text her most of the day. I was concerned with being with my best friend and spending the day with him and buying this bike and hanging out with my brother and being with my family. I was more concerned with all that stuff than I was with messaging SP. And I'm like, damn, it's been so long since I've been like this. And it's like, yeah, I sent her a few messages, and then like we messaged back and forth, and then she hasn't responded to a few things. So I just actually sent her an audio message. I'm like, hey, didn't mean to blow you up. I was excited about this. So I'm like, anyway, have a great day with your family, because I know she with her family today. But it's like the first day where I'm not really, like I said, I died to my old self. It was like the first day where it's like where I feel like a long term, where it's like, man, I don't need to try to manifest you anymore. Because the whole time I didn't do visualizations while I was sleeping with her in bed there. I was counting money in my head when I was over there. I was visualizing other stuff and manifesting other things in bed when I was laying next to her. And then even towards the end of the trip, I couldn't wait to like drop her off, not in a bad way, but it's just like, you go home and do your thing with your family. I'm gonna go do mine, and I'm not worried about what she's doing. And this weekend, I don't really have a desire to hang out with her. So it's like almost like it's total trust and everything, where it's like you've seen everything in your manifestation come true and you're relaxed. And it's hard to get to that point. I'll tell you, it's hard. I've had a hard time getting there, but I made it now. I don't know if it's gonna get loud. Sorry. I get that feeling of excitement, or that feeling of something is coming, and then poof, nothing. Well, that's because you're looking for whatever you go looking for, you will find. But if you're looking for something, it's kind of like, it's kind of a confusing way to phrase it. So it's like, okay, hold on, let me puff this real quick. So it's like, okay, you go looking for. There was a case of someone I had with SP. They go looking for to see if the third party's car is by their house, or if they're by the third party's house, or whatever. They go, what do you call it? They go over there looking for that, hoping not to find it, but whatever you went looking for, you'll see, and then they've seen it. And then when you stop visualizing it, then it stops appearing in your reality, so you're looking for it. So if you're doing all the techniques and hoping for your SP, and then you look up, it's like, where's my SP? The only way for you to have to look for your SP is to not have them. So if that makes sense, I don't know if I'm trying to phrase it correctly, but it's like, if you have to look for them and you're looking in a way where it's like, are they here yet? It's insinuating you have a programming still that you have to look for them. Where it's like, I know if I pick up my phone, I could text my SP right now. And that was the state I was in when I would manifest her. It would be like, if I text her right now, or if I message her right now, I will have her. I'll be able to speak to her. If that makes sense. I don't know. If it doesn't, let me know. Like, I visualize and bring up old stories sometimes. Yeah, it's a lot easier to slip into old stories, H. And I do it too sometimes, but it's like, man, after this trip, it's like all the old stories and all those old things, they finally burned away. And it's like, not necessarily meaning you have to take a trip with SP for it to happen, but it's like I finally went through like a place where it's like, okay, I was able to do that finally, where I don't have to do any more techniques. And if I have to, I know my techniques work and they eventually calm me down. But it is hard because your mind automatically wants to go to that. I do question if I should try to reach out. I mean, like I always say, people always ask me, should I reach out? I don't tell you guys if you should or you shouldn't. It has to come from a natural place. If you feel calm, relaxed, if you feel like you've been having good mental diet conversations with SP, if things feel natural and it feels like I've had so many inner conversations, everything is wonderful, I'm cool. And if she doesn't reply, it doesn't bother me, then by all means go ahead. But if you think that if you do it looking for a result, or or you're like, oh, I really hope this works. I think I've done enough. Touchdown. It's like I think I've done enough, and then you message and you get nothing back. Then it will destroy you even more. So don't. That's my only advice on it. If you feel calm, then be calm. If not, then don't do nothing. That excitement is enough. Your manifestation coming in 3D, not. That excitement is enough. Your manifestation coming in 3D. Is not. Yeah, the excitement's enough because it's like the feeling's the secret. If I'm expecting something, like I order something in the mail and I don't know when it's coming, I always use that example, like order something from Wish or something from China. You're so excited for it to get here because you know it's coming, but then you might forget about it after a while, but for a while you're thinking about it, it's not here, not here, not here, it takes a long time. Or it might be here the next day, it's like you're excited and then here it is. But excitement means something's on the way. So if you can't feel in the end where it's here now, then be excited that it's coming. What's up, Yup? Welcome in. Glad to see you. I've been seeing a lot of repeating numbers and things my SP was into pop up randomly, but I want my manifestation. Well, I know how you feel. It's like I had to find, like I said, I would find those little like punch outs from, or the slugs or whatever you call them, from junction boxes and electric areas, and I'd pick it up and be like, SP loves me. SP loves me. Every little thing I could use, I turned everything into a sign to feel like she was coming, to feel excitement for it. It sounds stupid, is what I did. Well, I'm glad it's the perfect time for the live. We're good. I was just talking about returning from the trip, finally getting a chance to come in for the live. Maybe I'll start doing them at nighttime. If you guys, maybe I'll do a poll, see who prefers them. It's hard because people are all over the world. See who prefers the live at night or Monday morning, because Mondays are still a good day for that. As far as me, Yup, it's like new job starts tomorrow, which kind of sucks because it didn't make enough with Mystic to go full time yet, but we'll make it happen. Some good news is I bought this bike right here. I came back from the trip with SP, got a bunch of little mini manifestations with SP, died to my old self, focused on some new stories, very relaxed in a good place. I returned home to this stuff, and there's a few other things. I worked out the issues with it. One of the issues was that it's on graph paper instead of lines, but that's about all you missed, and I'm trying a new cigar. Yeah, it's pretty good. How are you doing, Yup? What has happened since I've last spoken to you? How have you been? You know what helped me, even though I've been depressed? Out of air, I feel angry and say to myself, I'm going to have my SP here. My SP is going to desire me. I manifested another free call with Akshay. Oh, that's awesome, brother. How was he? Did you already have the call with them? How did all that go? With you and Akshay? I forgot about that. And what else was I going to say to you, H? Oh, and another good one is that my world takes care of me. I was naturally, that affirmation kept coming up naturally in my head. It's 11:30 p.m. in the UK. Okay. So maybe I'll try to go a little bit earlier on Mondays. You said you have a Honda Shadow 2, right, H? That's awesome. Best bike. I'm going to send you a video. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I rode it for the first time today. My friend had to drive it back for me because I'm still learning to ride, but he rode it back 40 miles for me. We took a little road trip today. Took a road trip with my best friend, and that was a fun time, and we spent yesterday together. Found out about how him and his family are doing. That made me really happy, and we came up with some little business plans and other ways to make money, and just make better lives for ourselves and our family. And it was natural too. It wasn't like we're trying to force anything. It was just like natural opportunities that have been being presented to him where he needed a business partner that would help me, and then we both make money together, and that makes me happy. Sweet, yeah, I'm glad it is, Mark. Cool. And I hyped you up in front of him. Oh, did you really? H, that's awesome. Hopefully he was responsive. Do you say like, hey, the Mystic sent you a message? This one does die out pretty fast though. Awesome, you seem relaxed. The channel was growing. It'll pay for everything soon. Exactly, yeah, once we get to 1,000, and it keeps slowly growing, and I paid to promote it on TikTok a little bit. And TikTok almost has enough to go live as well. TikTok has 7:55 and we have 8:38 here now. So it's like both, I'll be able to go live on both soon. So that way we'll have the phone, or I might even get a second phone to do this. So we'll have the two phones if I do it out in the yard, or we'll do TikTok and the computer at the same time. I said it as a truth. I told him only follow 5 channels, all men. That's awesome. Because it's me, Akshay. Do you follow Dylan too? Who are the other people? Oh, probably Tone from Simply Manifest, or now he's Goated Manifesting. I did message him. He was supposed to be my guest a couple times, but it's hard to, like, we'll talk for a little bit, and then, like, I mean, I'm sure his DMs have flooded because he's one of the most popular channels. I'm honestly surprised that Akshay doesn't have more followers because he's really good. He's actually one of my favorites. Like, I watch Akshay not even for the manifesting, just because I like his personality. I randomly affirmed that I make money easily, and now I'm making money as we speak. That's awesome, Hayden. See, that's why I've been doing too. Money comes easy and effortlessly to me. It's like when I took SP out, it's like, she's like, are you sure you can afford? I mean, this was the most expensive vacation I've gone on, but it was her dream vacation. And it's like, next time I'm going on vacation is probably like 3-4 months from now. So it's like, okay, and I just got a new job. It's a well-paying job, not something I want to do, but then I know more people were requesting coaching, and if I get the coaching clients, it pays, it's pretty good pay. And I know I'm not as expensive as a lot of coaches out there, but for me, it's good money compared to what I've done in my life. And then if the channel starts getting monetized, and then I was setting up, like, maybe doing, once that happens, you could do a YouTube membership. It was like money started coming to me more easily. And then my other channels, like my vlog with SP, I posted a video during the trip, when we were coming back from the trip. It got 6,000 views, which is a lot for me and her on that channel that only has 247 followers. So that channel kind of surged a little bit. And like, just slowly, I was like, every video I post goes viral. The mystic, like, I'm one of the best manifesting teachers, and I'm like, everyone who I coach with has success, and I've been getting success stories. So it's like, so many good things are happening. It's like more relaxed. It's like, stop trying to do, and it's very hard from someone in my position and my background and stuff like that, where, you know, you have to train hard, do everything really hard, and work hard to get what you want. And as a man, it's very hard to sit back too, just to accept that, because we're so conditioned. And it's like, I've been just sitting back, and just good things have been happening. He said that he has regard for anyone who is daring to go in front of a camera and shoot a video. That's awesome. Akshay, you, Matt from Mind Over Matrix, Dylan, and Stellar Thoughts. Okay, I don't know Mind Over Matrix, I don't think, or Stellar Thoughts. Well, thank you, H. I have great regard for you, too. I have great regard for all you guys on here, because you guys believed in me, and like I said, I never intended for this channel to be able to do this. I always thought that, like, my main focus would be the comedy and filmmaking, and to be honest, it's like, I don't know if you guys are manifesting this, or subconsciously it's a manifestation of mine, or where it's coming from, but I'd rather do this now than go do stand-up, or I still love making funny videos with my friends and family. I still like cinematic stuff. I mean, I can't wait to edit me and SP did ziplining in Puerto Rico, and I can't wait to edit those GoPro footage and buy a GoPro and all that. But yeah, you guys have made this possible for me to keep doing, which is why I love all you guys. Manifestation has been relaxing. It has to be relaxing, not stressing, and you eventually learn how to shift states. Yes. Also, no one can trigger you until you trigger yourself. Exactly. It all starts within your own mind. If people doing things on the outside can trigger you, then you have no control over your own mind. And it's something that took a long time for me to learn too. Especially, it's another thing too. Well, H, we talked about this. I know you said about male rage and stuff. It's like, yeah, you get mad as a man. You have your honor, your ego, your pride. You have to defend yourself. It's like, but if you let somebody do that, then they've already won, because they've influenced your mind without improve who you are. In a way, the stoicism of not caring what they think is more masculine than fighting with them about shit. What I like about your channel is that your SP is still further, your SP story is further developing and updates us updates us about it and how you're manifesting to deal with things. Yeah, one of the things was I was manifesting and it was like a prayer too. I said, I wanted to become a better teacher at this. And then random things pop up, but I would have never even expected. But I'm like, I guess I did think about that once. And now it's like I finally reached, it's been 2 years, but it's like I finally reached that flow state. And I'm sure something else will come up and trigger me at some point. I'm not saying that because I want it to happen. I'm just saying it because if it does, I know how to deal with it now and it doesn't bother me as much. And it's like my self concept is growing more every day where it's like I already know you're not going to leave me. And if not, I see my value where I could have anyone I want. And it's like before I didn't really want that, but I'm cool with being with no one. And it's like if you're with someone else, that's cool. And I don't let little things trigger me no more. That's semi a lie. Because little things do. I mean, I was mad on the trip too because nothing was open. Like that was a time where I was trying really hard to make stuff happen. But the rest of the trip, like the one night I was trying to make things happen because there was one particular thing I wanted to do, and it's like we gotta do this, this, and this. And the more I tried to plan the trip, the more it got fucked up, and the more angry I got, and the more angry I got, the more things got fucked up. That was like the third night there out of the four, and every other day I was just going with the flow. I was happy, hey, you want to do this? And she's laid back. It's like, yeah, let's do that. We get there, we go horseback riding. We wound up getting the two best horses that stuck together and stuck with the guide. Everyone else was all over the place. We went parasailing. We wound up having a really good experience with that. We got to be the first ones to go. We went ziplining, and because there was a delay, we got some of the best tour guides there. Everything worked out in our favor, but then when things didn't work out when I was trying really hard to make things happen. So as a little perfect example, I had a weird dominoes effect this week. Fell out of my state for a few days, and SP lost interest, overplayed someone, and lost a few $100, and glow up going slower than I was hoping for. What do you mean that What do you mean the glow up is going slower than you thought? This is what I was talking about, kind of like sitting back and realizing how far you've come and giving yourself credit now. Like if you're feeling that it's going too slow or you're not feeling good about yourself, reflect on where you've been and how far you've come. Like right now, it's like I was reflecting. It's like I just bought a motorcycle today. I never thought I would do that. I was always afraid. It's like, oh, what if you fall off? It's like, nope, went and did that. Drove my buddy's expensive car all the way back. I rented a car on this island and I drove it all over crazy streets and stuff like that. And it's like everything. I used to be very fearful, afraid, low confidence. And it's like when you reflect, like if you're just feeling neutral or bad, reflect and be like, man, look how far I've come. So try that, yup, because you have come a long way just from seeing you on this channel and just hearing stuff, not even seeing your face. I mean, I saw your face one time when you did the picture real quick. So don't beat yourself up on the glow up because you are very beautiful. I've seen your picture. I manifested another SP. I visualized her and me meditating together, but I told her nothing beyond friendship. Trust me, visualization was accurate and it happens as it is. For men, I'd say go on semen retention that helps with the manifestation. Yeah, well, what do you call it? One second, I want to answer this question first. Nothing beyond friendship. Yeah, no, visualization does work. This is what I was telling, I was actually telling my SP about this. I was like, if you ever noticed everything you've ever visualized, and me and my best friend were talking about, but he believes in manifesting too, and he might even be joining right now. I got the phone recording, so he can't join us, or I can't text him to join, but I told him I was going live in a few. But we were going to do a live together last night, but the phone battery died. We were talking about everything we've ever wanted in life. It's always come. Especially things you visualize, they always show up. You always get whatever you want. And sometimes it just takes longer than you expected it to, but it will still show up. Yeah, I've done that too, and that's what I've done actually every time when SPs come back around. I've always done that, and it's always worked out in my favor. And it's also just good for discipline too, I would feel like. But recently, not so much. I've tried mantras, but I'm trying to assure myself that I'm just lying. But I'm trying to assure myself that I'm not just lying to myself and being true. Yeah, mantras are kind of like affirmations too, so it could feel like you're lying to yourself and feel like you're not doing, feels like you're lying to yourself at times, which is hard. That's like Neville said, like yelling out to like just yelling out in vain because it's gonna get you nothing because you feel like you're lying. But the more you do it, the more you impress your subconscious. I was wondering about that. My feeling about more intense when I was on no fat. Yeah, no, it does help. I did it too. At least 2 or 3 out of the 6 times or 5 times, whatever it was. That's what I like about this channel too. Also, that he's so open and honest about what he's thinking and feeling during it, so we see it in real time. Yeah, exactly. I thought, to make it more unique and stuff, just show where I'm fucking up and stuff. And the only thing is, like, with the more that, like, the only thing that scares me is because actually I did. So if you guys are just tuning in, don't follow SP on the other thing, on Instagram, because I did tag her and the stuff. I was like, man, if somebody fucking follows her, I had this very vivid fear, and I planned it all out. So here's how your brain's not supposed to work. Like, oh, well, what if someone from the channel gets mad because their manifestation isn't working and they try to fuck me up? So they find a video where I was saying something honest that was bothering me and send it to her and be like, oh, look how your guy is. I was like, shit. And now I said this too, so my fear is even more out there. But like, sorry, tobacco. But she was, I mean, everything I said, like, she was shouting me out on her social medias too, so I did it back naturally. But yeah, I try to always make it honest, open, and show you guys the real me. Why lie about something? Because I think it helps more people like this. The king is back. I was wondering when you'd be home, but I didn't want to bother you. No, you're good, Inked. I did try to message you. I was telling them, everyone was asking for you too. But I did want to message you. But I tried to message you when I was like, hey, look, she posted. She goes, that special someone. It was very identical because she posted herself at the nail salon with her ex and the SP, that the third party that popped up that destroyed me when I saw that post was like getting my nails done for my man or something, then put his in a smile, like a smile and a heart. But the only difference was she wrote love you and then his initials. This one was dream vacation happening and it's everything I could have hoped and more. Thank you to that special someone, heart and smiley face, but no love, but it says NL, which those are my initials. But I tried to send you a screenshot. I don't know if you got that, Ink. It's documented too. Yeah, I thought it was cool like that. Overpaid, not overpaid. Oh wait, you got overpaid? Or you overpaid someone? Man, this thing's falling apart. But I'm not sure how to get the money or SP back if just having a few bad days made him lose interest. Especially because nothing happened with him or other than my energy got weird. No, that's true. And it's like, the more you build your self-confidence and self-concept and the more you work on yourself and the more you just reaffirm and like give more attention to the good things, the easier it gets to maintain them. Because I do know where it's like, man, I did months of work and then a couple days and then fucking shit. I've been there too. And then it's like, you're doing all that work and stuff, but it's like, okay, if you did it once, you could do it again. Look at me. If I did it once, I could do it 6 times. So the more you do it, it's like, okay, cool. I want to walk away, whatever. I don't care. It's that not caring. Then all of a sudden they come back and then they're blowing your phone up. Is that your bike? Oh yeah, Inked, yeah, because you just got here. I bought this today. And one of my manifestations was, God, people are going to be making noise now. One of my manifestations was a free bike. This one cost $2,500. We got it for $2,000 because my friend came to help me negotiate and pick out the bike and everything. And he's like offered $2,000. The guy accepted $2,000, and it's cool. And he told me that my buddy's like, he goes, you could flip this bike if you want it for $3,500. So technically, it is a free bike plus profit. But I'm not going to sell it just yet. But if I wanted to, I could. Yes, that's a good idea. Just taking in some time to appreciate how far I've come. Thanks. I just wanted to look good enough to not feel insecure about dating a much younger guy. No, you don't need to feel insecure about that either. It's like, I actually have a couple female clients like that who are worried about the younger guy, but it's like, I can tell you this, the younger guy, from my own perspective, could feel just as insecure about dating the older woman, not because of the age, but because he feels like he's not enough because she's been around more, had more relationships, and experienced more life and might see you only as a kid. So it could be insecure for the guy too. So look at it that way too. Look at it, maybe you need to reassure him. Well, you don't have to know. Don't do anything on the outside. But look at it as Stepping away is just feeling insecure, maybe. That's a sexy shadow, Mr. Damn. Yes, the shadow spirit is nice. It needs to be washed. Came with some saddlebags too. Remind me of the horse that I rode. I rode a horse in Puerto Rico. I think I told you guys about that with that paid, not paid. Yeah, you got to get your mindset right. Yep, you're all over it. Don't take your time spelling. You're good, and to give yourself credit. Oh yeah, but you were tipsy and didn't answer. Oh yeah, maybe you did send me something else I didn't answer. Yeah, because I was trying to sober up at the time too, because I had to drive 10 miles on winding roads with a rental car. I'm like, fuck, I can't fuck this up. And the sun's going down. There's no street lights out there. And nobody follows the fucking rules of the road down there. God damn, that was annoying. And I was just kind of concerned. I just want to get back to the hotel and do my business. You Ink, did you just affirm with your success? I heard bits and pieces of your story. Dutch, if you just write in like a short paragraph. Well, Ink, if you want to answer for that, but I believe Ink just did robotic affirming where she didn't even really believe it too much. She just affirmed that her SP's blowing up her phone. Her SP's blowing up her phone. Next thing you know, she did. But I'll let her answer you more detailed because maybe I'm getting it wrong too. I hate people who dramatize age gaps. Yeah, some people do. I don't know if you have an age gap too with your thing, Hayden. I don't think you do, but it is like a big thing online too. That's why I told my SP we needed a vlog, so we started a vlog on it. And I know she was a little bit uncomfortable with it at first because like she doesn't like when I call her a cougar or sugar mama or anything, which she's the opposite of a sugar mama. I'm the one who pays for everything. Cause I'm big pimping. God damn it. Good. Trying to manifest, use the force where he turns the thing off. If it goes off right now, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, and her friend got into her ear about it and ruined everything. See, now you should say that same friend, that same friend only does the opposite. Like I used her, manifested my neighbor to stop lawn mowing once too. Yeah, there was a storm coming in Puerto Rico. I looked up, there was a huge cloud, it was overcast, and we had an outdoor planned day where we needed the weather nice. And I just slept in bed, and it was like another 15, 20 minutes. Everything was overcast. I'm like, my world takes care of me, the weather's fine, everything works for me. I have another one too, it's like for you Star Wars fans, and I'm not really a fan of the new Star Wars stuff, but the one from Rogue One, where Donnie Yen's character's like, I am one with the Force is with me. I say, I am one with God is with me. And it's like, I kept doing that. I was saying that affirmation. The other one, I look up, bright sunny day. Like 15, 20, 30 minutes later, I don't know, I was sleeping, but it was less than an hour later. Everything was clear. I've gotten success with every technique I used, but when I wanted SP to blow up my phone after being blocked and ghosted for 10 months, I used intentions. I used to intend my SP. Yeah, because Ink always says I intend. Hated me too. I don't think anything about it till everyone kept making a huge deal about it. Turns out it was just morons out there making the most noise about it. Yeah, you know what's funny too? Because my SP's best friend hypes me up. Like me and her best friend were close for a long time. We just haven't seen each other very much. She's got her own things going on and everything, and we go to different gyms now, so we don't see each other. But my SP has another friend that she's close with, coworker, who said, "Oh, you guys won't last," and this and that. And started trying to get in her ear to talk about it. And her best friend's a couple years younger than her. My SP's 40, this girl's probably mid-30s, early 30s, something like that. And she's not an attractive woman. I'm a nice guy, I say a lot of nice things. I'm also a comedian and I'm a realist too at times. I'm not a realist in terms of manifesting stuff because I believe anything can be done. But I'm a realist to people who are fucking cocksuckers like that. Ugly woman. Ugly personality, hater personality. Could I go in there and change the intentions? Like that girl actually was supposed to meet up with us. She was in Puerto Rico too. My SP's like, I don't even want to see her. I think my SP like, she admires her a little bit as a friend, but like, not a ton. But I told her, the girl's just hating on you. People like that who can't have something, like this is for older women maybe. If you got other girls saying that, look at them and look at yourself. If you're better looking and you got a young guy on your arm, or you're on a young guy's arm. That's a better way to phrase it. And you're on his radar, and you guys are together, and you guys are having a good time. They want to shit on it because they can't get that because they're ugly. They can't even get a guy their own age. Oh fuck! I owe my brother a new lighter for sure. Don't listen to nobody else. I also say the affirmation, I am one with God and God is with me. That's awesome, Mark. These people who are yapping, they don't have much going on. No, they don't. I did write her a letter like you said. Oh, that's awesome. See, that's good to do, and it... Oh, finally. That's good to do when you write the letter like that. It helps you, too, relax a little bit. I am working in general self-concept. I need to work on my self-concept of desire. I already have claimed my manifestation. That's good, H. Yeah, work more on yourself, because I remember you even posted a comment the one day. I was like, when I was going back answering all the things, I was like, what are you guys working on this weekend? And even though you were just messing around saying like working on my noodle arms or whatever, don't say stuff like that because it's a negative on you. Like, I don't even make self-deprecating jokes anymore. I do a little bit, but to a very small degree. I used to do a lot of it. At the end of the day, your subconscious don't play no games. I've tried robotic affirmations, but it hasn't worked as of yet. Just taking time. Yeah, it could take time, like Neville said. If it'd be late, then wait. The other thing is, when I said intentions, I didn't care if it happened or not. It was just a test of the law. I figured since he is living with a walking herpes sore, I'd never see him again. Yeah, I never thought I would see SP again either when I would do it. Every time I didn't think so. I just kind of wrote it off. It's like Tom Kieran says, you accept all realities and then go forward. Inked, any resentment you had? Yeah, that's for Ink to answer, not for me. Hayden, yes, exactly. So how do intentions differ from affirmations? It's just I think it's just the wording, and Ink might be able to answer it better because I never really say I intend, but I know Ink says it a lot. And at the end of the day, it's the same thing. You're affirming for something. However, if I already have, it's too hard for you. I intend with the feeling of it's coming soon is the same thing, but it's... Oh, sorry, I was trying to figure out what that was. If you say I intend, it's more believable for you. The whole thing is you want to trick your subconscious into believing it. So if I intend is more believable for you, then do that. If living in the end is easier for you, then live in the end, which is the ideal state. But our intentions work as well, too. I think it's all just the wording and helping you believe it. Oh yeah, tons of resentment, but when it would enter my mind, I would stop myself. Thinking attention, mental work can be the hardest, but it works. Intentions just made it more believable. Okay, cool. Then saying it's happening. Okay, awesome. Then yeah, see, then Ink says the same way. And yeah, the resentment is hard, and it is getting control of your mind. Like Jocko Willing talks about it with like working out. Mind control is control of your own mind. It's nothing else. And that's literally what we're doing. We are trying to control our mind from whenever it's acting fucking crazy, and we're gonna check it and keep it in line. Yes, just stay exactly. Hi, I've been watching your videos, lol. I think I have a crush on you. You are the sweetest, realest man. Had to tell you. Thank you so much, Waldo. I appreciate it. I think I started seeing your comments. Did you come from the TikTok audience too, or did you just find me on here? Because I've been seeing your comments pop up, and like I said, I've been on vacation, so I'm trying to catch up on everything. But I appreciate it. You guys flatter me too much. Then my self-concept I see is almost like the mirror is like it gets reflected here, like when you guys are all hyping me up. So I really appreciate it because I've always had low self-confidence, but now it's like through the roof. But like I said, there's cocky and there's arrogant, and then there's confident. And just being confident is not the same as cocky and arrogant. Those are great practices. Been a little more difficult lately, but I'm going to implement them again. Waldo joined the club. We all do. Hey, you guys make my day too much. Found you on YouTube, you rock. Thank you so much, Waldo. The less you care, the easier it is. You don't need SP, you want SP. You'll be okay either way, so let go of the needing and searching for it. Yeah, it's an irrational fear, so this is using fear in a bad way. It's like, if I don't have SP, my life is garbage, and then I'll never get them back. And it's like, Joseph Murphy talks about that, and it's like, that teacher that he was coaching, she started breaking down the fears. It's like when you realize that the fear is so fucking irrational, it doesn't matter, then you realize there's nothing to fear. Like as Winston Churchill, nothing to fear but fear itself. It's like, yeah, if you're so afraid, then nothing's going to work out. And the only thing you have to fear is fear, and you create the fear. Fear doesn't exist without you giving it power. So don't give your fear any power. And that's that. Sometimes it's funny because I start catching up. I'm trying to catch up to all the comments, and then I catch up to them, and then it's like awkward silence. Nick, did I show you my newest pain therapy? I got a dermal. I don't know if you showed me a picture, but I believe you told me. No, you told me septum. And septum is this part, right? So it's like a bull ring. I never got a chance to ask you that if it was that little ring like that. And dermal is the one he goes here, right? Because I think Rich Piana, the fitness guy I always talk about, I think he had that. I think a dermal goes in your face. Correct me if I'm wrong. As I'm sitting here, I'm getting the urge to ride this, even though I don't know how to ride it too well, and I don't got anything set up for it yet. What affirmations would you recommend for when you feel insecure about something? I love Rich Piana. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love Rich Piana too. That's why I'm trying to work on my fitness channel a little bit more too, and mix manifestation with this. And Rich Piana and Greg Plitt are big inspirations for this channel too, where it's like just be real and you tell everyone your real experiences and life stories, and it's gonna help people. Yeah, you're putting yourself out there where like people could say negative shit about you, but the people you help is worth so much more. That's what I admire about Rich and Greg. Fortunately, they're both gone now, but my friend met Rich Piana when he was in the UK. That's awesome. I met Rich Piana too when I was like 16 or 17 years old, and I thought I was fucking jacked and the biggest guy in the world, and I have a picture with him. It's on my Instagram. It's one of my first pictures on Instagram, and it's me with Rich Piana, one of the nicest guys in the world. And Chanel, his first girlfriend, the one that he was with when he died, he was with her and then he wasn't. That's almost an SP story too, if you hear about the story about how he got back with his girlfriend. He was with her when he died, but him and her are two of the nicest people you'll ever meet. What else? Did I miss something? I feel like I just lost my train of thought. Oh, what affirmations would I recommend when you feel insecure about something? I go general with it. Sometimes like my world takes care of me. I'm one with God. God is with me. Or it's like everything always works out in my favor. Just things that make you feel good, and then sit back and, like I said, like this is something I just discovered on this trip. It's like reflecting on all the good things that have happened to you in life and giving thanks and gratitude to that. It's like, wow, a lot of good stuff is happening. Let me see. What else? My SP had a 3P. That's why I started intending. So 3P was gone, and he told me he wanted to be a better man for me. That's awesome, Mink. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that too, and it sounds like he has been. And like you see so many times, like people think that they can't change, and then they can. Me and my SP talked about people changing, and she talked about how she gave her ex a bunch of chances, and it didn't work out. And then just in case she finds the channel, I'm sorry, baby, but I intended that he was going to be a piece of shit still, because it gave me a better chance. Big Dick Dutch, stop. I'm doing a video. That's his nickname, Big Dick Dutch. This dog has a hog. It's crazy. Let's see. Yes, dermal went there. I'll send you a picture later so I don't mess up the live. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I do sort of want my SP. Yeah, you want, but you don't need, and you already have. That's what we have to do. Mark can't. What did you... Mark, I only see the word can't. I don't know what you're saying. Lucky. Yeah, I was very lucky. Wish I would have gone to more of the things. I met him at the Arnold Sports Festival in Ohio. That's like when I first started bodybuilding. I want my SP so bad. You know, last night I was cuddling with a lady. I didn't even feel like taking it in next level. She is awesome, but I want my SP. I know what you mean, yeah, because I did. If you guys remember back in January, a little bit of January, I did meet a girl who was really awesome, but she had issues and stuff, and her issues kept getting worse. And she kept telling me, she goes, "What if you leave me for your ex again? What if you leave me? I already know you're going to do that." And she kept vocalizing negative things. I'm like, all right, well, let me just give this girl a chance because I know manifestation and she's doing that, but then she kept doing stuff to make it worse, make it worse, make it worse. And then I found out that my SP was thinking about me the whole time too, so it's like my SP was manifesting me. This girl was afraid of losing me, and I, at the same time, was open to anything, and then it wound up just like, then I started feeling that pulling now that I look back on it, because one of my clients told me what it feels like to be manifested. And actually my best friend told me today that when he was manifesting his SP, he got her back, but then another time where they split up, he kept feeling a pulling to go back to her, even though he kind of fell for someone else. He kept feeling a pulling and a pulling and a pulling to message her, and he did, and then they wound up getting married. So he went back to his original SP that he manifested before. Let's see what else. You can want them, nothing wrong with wanting. I wanted my daughter to invite me to her wedding, and she finally did. I set intentions for that too, not many. No, that's awesome, Ink, because I wanted to talk to you about that success, because you texted me that right before I started drinking a lot with SP on my trip. And remember, I told you, because you messaged me and you were very heartbroken about it too, about not getting invited to the wedding. And I said, just visualize yourself sitting at the wedding. I don't know if you did the visualizations. I know you said you set intentions, but it's like, I smiled a little bit when you told me that, not because I like, not in like being a dick way, like, haha, she didn't get invited, but I was like, perfect chance for the law. And I started visualizing, talking about it on the channel, which is happening now. And then I did a little visualization from almost like your point of view. It's like I'm sitting there like watching through your eyes where you are, like visualizing on your behalf, and then your SP there, and then looking up. I don't know what your daughter looks like, but it's like, okay, like there's a lady getting married, stuff like that. So I was happy that happened, and I'm happy your intentions worked. And if you did any other stuff, let us know. But I was very happy to hear that, because I always try to do, like, whenever I have a coaching session with someone, I always try to visualize on their behalf too, just to add some extra little intention and stuff and faith in there, because apparently you guys have a lot of faith in me for some reason. Self-deprecating joke, don't make those. But since you guys have faith in me, it's like I try to do my best to visualize. Like Neville says, you can manifest on behalf of others. Joe Dispenza talks about it too. But the best thing is, it's like you could teach if you could fish for a man, give him a fish. You can eat for a day, or teach him how to fish. You can fish for a lifetime. That way, you don't need to keep paying me for sessions and shit like that. That's why I make sure you learn it and you do the manifestation. I forgot to tell you, I've been dreaming about the original SP every night now. It's strange to get to see him again, but it's nice to feel him close again. That's awesome. That's a good sign. It's birds before land. Crazy name. What's crazy name? Who is a crazy name, Hayden? I don't know what I said. Ink, do you have a daughter getting married? How are the same age you look like? Yo, bro, I've been riding 22 years now. Just reach out if you need any help. I know you don't, but I got your back. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I'll let you know. It's like I said, I'm getting like the urge to ride this morning. I was very nervous, and my best friend, he's been riding, I don't know, probably since like his late teens, early 20s. He's older than me. My best friend's like 30. I think he says he's gonna be 35 this summer. So he's been like an older brother to me. When I met him like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe even 8. I don't know. His son was young when I met him, and now he's telling me his son's 11 now. But we were riding up and down the alleys, teaching me. It's literally been like an older brother to me. And this was his first bike too, was a Shadow, and he said Shadows are great bikes and stuff like that. But for sure, I'll let you know if I can't get a hold of him or something, or whatever happens. I'll message you. I'm gonna message it. Yeah, Mark, I didn't see your message. I just saw like can't with 2 asterisks. So send it again. Weird thing. I feel that pulling feeling a lot too, especially after affirming a lot. It drives me crazy. I think it's a way, because that's where I say, what I desire desires me, or whatever. Yeah, what I desire desires me. So if I desire money, money desires me, and then I get little signs of money, like even like counting out the hundreds, and then this being like getting this, but if the money went for this, or I spent a lot on vacation, I was visualizing myself counting money, but more money's been coming into my life. Or it's like if I desire SP, the SP desires me. Then I see stuff online about SP desiring me and blah blah blah. So it's the same thing with you guys. It's like, I think that if you're manifesting them, they're manifesting you. And that's just what I think it means. Um, Thank you. Up. I'm 45. I adopted her when she was 13. Did you have a nice trip? Where did you go? I did have a very nice trip. I went to Puerto Rico with my SP, and that was her dream vacation, so I took her there. And it was very nice to see her smiling and stuff the whole time. And it was kind of like the Neville going to Barbados thing, where I said I'm going to die to my old self and be more calm when I come back. And it's like I only had one day of being angry and stuff there because I was trying to make stuff happen, and it wasn't happening. But every other day we went with the flow. Everything we wanted came right up into our experience, and it was perfect and everything. I stopped trying to get a bike. I was trying to look for deals on a bike. But I'm like, how do I manifest a free bike? And like I said, I got it for $2,000 and it's worth $3,500. So it's a free bike technically. Whenever I go to sell it, I have enough for a more expensive bike after. But I still got to get used to riding it and not damage it then. But I already know I'll be fine. And then, anyway, about the trip. Yeah, it was a very fun trip. We went horseback riding, parasailing. What else did we do? We didn't get to go to the bioluminescent water. We walked on the beach at nighttime. We went tanning. We went ziplining. We drove around. We ate a bunch of food. We both gained 10 pounds. Not even exaggeration, because they weighed us for the horses on the last day, and we weighed 10 pounds heavier than we were when we got there. Thank you, Nick. You're welcome, Inked. I randomly came across Goated Manifesting channel and just remembered that you mentioned it before. Yeah, Goated Manifesting Tone. I talk to him sometimes. I talked to him right when I was first starting this channel. He was supposed to be my guest on here, but he hasn't even opened the messages from like 2 weeks ago. It's like when I talk to him, it's like you got a couple minutes, boom, boom, boom. That's why it's like I was always like, man, what? Like, and there was a couple times I thought about him, and then all of a sudden he messaged me, goes, hey brother, just thinking about you. I'm like, no, I was literally just thinking about you. So it's like the manifesting each other thing, and but it's like now I understand how it takes him so long to get back to people, because I don't have nearly, he has like 100,000 followers, I think, and we're barely at 1,000, and sometimes I can't keep up with all the messages. So now I definitely see where he's coming from, and if you feel bad, because sometimes you leave people unseen, but it's like I open your message, I'm trying to respond to you, but then someone else messages me, and I got to answer that one, and then like you got to break it down to like, okay, who's paying and who's not to be a dick, but it's like if you're paying me, I owe you a service. Everyone else I'm helping out of the kindness of my heart, so it can be stressful. So yeah, hopefully we'll get him on as a guest soon. I intend that. I randomly came across, oh yeah, I said, man, I was feeling great till now, but at the moment I wrote I need my SP, I feel like I need, yeah, you don't need your SP. Remember, this is a Greg Plitt line too, because a lot of you guys are into fitness like me. You don't need your SP. It's like you don't need your girlfriend or something. Greg Plitt used to say your girlfriend is a complement to your life, not an asset. We're the asset to our life. We make our lives good and great, but they're the cherry on top. They are just like the decoration, the little trophy, but we don't need the trophy because we've grinded it out ourselves and we feel good about it. Oh, and before I forget to, I looked down, I was going to say this, I keep getting off track. Inked. The books came in, but your boy fucked them up. It's on graph paper, so I have to go back and reorder them and make sure they look good and make sure everything's good. And then I figured out, I remember Inked, I told you it was kind of fucked up. And then also, I think I sent you a picture of the mug before, but here's the mug. And the baseball hat, I got it worked out. There was an issue. That's why the orders were held up. So the baseball hat, phone case, and t-shirts will be here together. But while I'm thinking about that, I've been burning candles and using them for thought transmission. Tell myself that I desire her and she desires me. I really want us to reconcile and reset. You know what's funny? When you word it like that, Mark, it's or I said I wanted a reset. It's almost like if you ever seen the movie. I want to talk about this too. I don't have a pen. Fuck. Somebody sent me a message. Inked, probably you, because I know you message me every day. Remind me of The Devil's Advocate and resetting, because the movie Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves, at the end of the movie. Not to spoil it, it's a spoiler for Devil's Advocate movie with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino if you haven't seen it. So get off here before I say it. So, if you haven't seen the movie, turn it off. But at the end of the movie, Keanu wants to go back and just reset everything and go back to the way it was. And basically, it's a kind of a fucked up thing, but his father winds up being the devil, and his sister is, the girl he liked is his sister. So basically, he was supposed to fuck her and have some kind of baby or whatever the thing was. That was like his only choice. And then they made his girlfriend kill herself. Like he got himself so dug into this horrible situation. He just wants to reset. Well, at the end of the movie, instead of giving the devil what he wants, he kills himself. But when he wakes up, he doesn't wake up in heaven or hell. He wakes up right before everything started. But he remembers everything. And when I got my SP back, each time it felt like I would always say I want to reset. Just go back. If I could reset it to this point, it would feel like that when we get back together, everything picked up right where it left off, like right before the breakup. And it was in a good way. And it was like, holy shit. Like I remember one of the times waking up laying there and then her cuddling closer to me. I was like, I remember her doing this right before a breakup when things went really bad for like a couple weeks and then we broke up. But then like we get back together and boom, she's cuddling closer. It's like, woke up in my sleep and she gets closer. I'm like, oh, it's just a nightmare. But it's like, no, that was months of a nightmare at some cases. And it's like, wait, everything did reset. So trust the process. It will reset. All of your SPs are next. H, you don't need your SP, you want SP. I think of it when I feel I need something I want. It's me throwing a tantrum. That's a good way to look at it, Ing. I think that's awesome. So glad you're going to the wedding. Me too. As a man, when you manifest an ex back, sometimes doubts of whether it's simping comes to mind. I'm saying that about myself. No, brother, I know that too. And that's your ego coming in too. It's like, oh, it's bad to simp. And yeah, I agree it's bad to simp because women can simp for guys too, and it gets annoying, just like what that other chick was like simping really hard for me. And I see myself, and it's like, it's an unattractive trait, and it degrades you and yourself. But if you're coming from love and you're forgiving them and you're forgiving yourself and you're moving forward and you're growing spiritually and you're not worried about the you're not worried about certain things like how you look to other people and stuff like that. Like as soon as I stopped that, like, you know what helped in this trip was when my SP posted me on her social media and like on her Instagram and stuff like that and tagged me in it, and she was putting me all over her Snapchat and calling me that special someone and shit like that. And then I was reciprocating that and posting about her back too. And it's like people from my past started reaching out, oh, is that your girl? Is that your girl? I'm like, yeah, it is. And I was very proud of that. And it's like, okay, after everything I went through, and some of these people knew the story, it's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think, because that's the self-concept I have of myself. I don't need your approval. I don't need SP. I don't need anything. I only need me to love me at the end of the day. And that's the way you gotta look at it. So fuck whoever says anything about simping. Simping only hurts because other people are identifying and pointing their finger at you. And if other people can point their finger at you and tell you something, then they have control of your life, not you. If it doesn't feel like simping to you, then it's not. Mark, I love to burn candles just to focus on intentions. It helps. Yeah, I started burning a lot of candles too after starting the channel. My mom always gives me candles, so I do like it. It helps get rid of the cigar smell in my house. And negative spiral resentment comes back, something like, how dare she? But then again, back to the news story. Yeah, it's very hard because it's like, how dare you? I know exactly what you're saying because I've been there. Mark, we're in that boat. Candles, intention, calling back an ex. Love it. Can't wait to see the hat. Mystic fedora. Oh, that would be good too. A mystic fedora would be cool. This is the one I bought out there, but right now I'm wearing it because my head is burned to shit and I'm peeling all over the place, and it covers up my big nose too, hiding it. Hayden, are you saying Heat like the movie? Because don't get anything in your life that you can't walk out on in 30 seconds or less, meaning an SP. I would buy a mystic fedora. If Printful adds fedoras, I'm doing it. Or if I find another third-party people to do it, to put it on, because I've got it set up through Etsy. So basically, you order through Etsy, and then Printful fulfills it. And Printful keeps adding new shit. Nice, he's gonna do it. Everything today. But if Printful adds fedoras, we're doing them. That movie makes me feel like I'm having a fever dream. Which movie, Hayden? Heat makes you feel like a fever dream, or the one with Keanu, Devil's Advocate? Yeah, I want to reset. I kind of feel like Zelda game Majora's Mask. I never played Zelda, so I can't tell anything about that. Zelda rocks. I love Zelda 2. Wind Waker was my favorite. I don't know. I'm so out of this here now. Now I feel like an old man. I don't know about video games like that. I never played Zelda growing up. Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. Mine too, Mark. Devil's Advocate. Yeah, Devil's Advocate is like that. But that was the most. Devil's Advocate really. That was like, man, that fucking felt like, yeah, it feels like a fever dream when it happens too. It's like, fuck, I really reset. Need to trim my beard and everything too. Oh, fuck. I'll say this too, since you guys like me being real, I really don't want to go to this new job tomorrow. I cannot stand what I do for a day job. But we have to be thankful, and like I said before, as much as people don't like him, I do like the one saying from Tate where he goes, oh, I have to go to work tomorrow? No, change what you say. I get to go to work. Some people don't have a job. So it's very true. It's like, whenever it's something, oh, I don't want to do this. No, I get to do this because some people don't have this. It's like that little meme where it's like the guy walking said he wished he had a bike. The guy on the bike wishes he had a car. The guy in the car wishes he had a supercar. The guy in the supercar is in traffic, but he wishes he had a helicopter or something. So it's like you're always going to wanting and ego are part of life because they help you accelerate and not accelerate, excel, and become the best version of yourself. So they have their usefulness, but you have to keep them in check because they can make your mind go really out of control and really fuck you up. What's the best? Oh, yeah, the game. The game I don't know about. I'm not going to manifest her. I've already manifested her. Perfect thinking. Perfect rewording of things. What else we got, guys? Anybody got any other good news? Any good little mini manifestations, big manifestations? How was your week last weekend? What do you got planned for this week? Oh, thank you, Inked. Ink just sent me a text message reminding me about the topic of the video. I watched Smile with SP3 Lady Night, scary as hell. With SP3. Oh, with another SP that you had. Oh, last night. SP3 last night. Scary as hell. Smile. What is... Oh, I never even seen that one yet. But I know my SP loves fucking scary movies. And she probably... she did watch that one because I wanted to watch it with her, but she already watched it. So I said, never mind. She would not put it on. But I'm like, I don't want to watch something you already seen. How did you let go of that feeling of what others would think? It's actually recently. It's like when she started posting me and I started realizing it's like what she taught me in life, like I said, the reason why it's like, yeah, I do know my value now after this channel and after my other channels and after everything else and my working out. I know my value. I see what I'm worth. But why do I stick it out for someone like her? Is she was one of the ones who made it where I'm more open to possible. I don't care about what people think about me. And the only thing that was really hanging me up about what people thought about me still was sometimes making comedy videos that people might find cringe. And it's like, that didn't bother me. But then it's like, well, what if she doesn't like them because she doesn't like any of my videos? It's like, nope, I don't give a fuck what she thinks either. But then realizing that it's like, if you really truly don't give a fuck what people think, then you're unstoppable, because if everyone's you pushed out, then there's a projection of you. So it's really you not having faith or believing in yourself or seeing yourself negatively when you're worried about what other people will think. If they just say stuff and you just take it in as, oh, okay, that's happened before. Inked also remind me of this self-concept and not worrying what other people think. It's like, oh, well, it's like if I really didn't care what other people think, and I'm really a true maverick and someone who's original and someone who doesn't give a fuck what people think, then why do I care if you call me a simp or not? Or like, when I know I'm in shape and people still like, because I used to be fat, it's like they call me fat or whatever. Why would I care about that when I know it's not true? Even when I'm gaining weight and I'm like bulking up, not on purpose, and I'm just letting myself go a little bit and someone calls me out, I don't even look at it as like an insult or feel bad anymore, because I know the truth about me. And even if I have to put in work or whatever, it's like I know how I truly look. And even if I'm not even looking where I'm supposed to look, I say, I know I'm in shape. And it's like that confident, not cocky, but confident attitude. Thank you, Inked. You don't have to. Oh, hold on. I'm way behind. Men who are comfortable with themselves don't consider basic respect, attention, or supporting women simping. They consider it honoring. They consider it the honor to be of being her man. Yeah, no, it's true. Like I said, I told her that before too, and I'm like, yeah, I know that you fucked me over a lot in the past, and you made me feel like shit, and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm like, it's also my fault for allowing you to have that power in my life. That's why I don't want your SPs to have power over your life. They are a complement, not an asset to your life, and that's what I've learned. And if they were to walk away, you know, you can manifest them back. And if they were not to walk away, who gives a fuck? Because they're here. Like, that's just what I gotta say. Got an unknown deposit of 150 today. That's awesome, Empowered Sister. See, there's the money manifestation. Yeah, did anyone have any money manifestation success? Because Empowered Sister right there just sent me one. I did get one from The Real Oyster. Sent me one over email, which I'm going to do in a video. I haven't even sent her a chance to congratulate her. Hershey sent me a manifestation of money, a money manifestation success. I had a money manifestation success, and I would count this as one too. And somebody, I think Ink sent me a money manifestation as well, right? You don't have to believe your affirmations. You need to stop looking for it and stop being desperate for it and let it come to you and blow your mind when it happens. Exactly, Inked. Perfectly worded. You've been emotionally cheated. Difficult when you've been emotionally cheated. I know how that is too, brother. It fucking sucks sometimes. But if you realize that you allowed it to happen and you manifested it, but you forgive yourself, you'll be fine. If you truly love someone, you can't hold anything against them. I guess that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I get into the state of I have my SP, now what? And it makes me think, yeah, well, that's what you want to be. You want to be in that state and now think what happens from here. And if you really want your SP, think only the loving thoughts and the best possible thoughts of when it's happening. H, that's an affirmation. You need to stop that and only say what you want. Yes, that's true, H. Thank you. It can be hard when you don't get the support back. Oh, yep. I felt like sticking my neck. Felt like I was sticking my neck out a lot. That led to anger, arguments, and demise. She was in a dark place, and I was in the thick of work. In the thick of work. No, I know how you mean. What you mean there too, Mark. It's like I do a lot for SP, and it's like I was like, man, I never get any recognition for it. But then, like I said, there's another thing. This trip had a lot of revelations of stuff. Because I kept saying, like, this trip is going to be the one where everything changes for me and her in the best way possible. And it was like a little affirmation, but I wasn't saying it so much, but I was feeling that thought. And she got emotional and teary-eyed and said, I know I don't thank you enough, but you've done so much for me. And it means the world to me. And she was like emotional, crying about it. So it's like the stuff will all come to you. It just might take time. And it sucks when it takes time, but relax and realize that it's coming. Realize that your prayer is answered already. Oh, you're right. Even my visualization, I end up screaming at her sometimes. Exactly, yeah. I've done that too. Fighting with her. It's like, oh, you know what I'm going to say when she... Sorry, burped. When she brings this up, I'm going to say this. It's like, you haven't even talked to SB yet, but you're going to start an argument in your head about it. SH, I know and I agree. I was female simp and I realized, or owning my life and setting boundaries so I don't have to operate with insecurities. It's a work in progress. It is a work in progress, and it's something you're always going to be working on. And it's like, even now, like I'm in a very good state, but states change. We move, like Neville said, states don't change, we change. We move in and out of the states. So I very well see something or do something and move back into it. Even like right before I came on this live, like I said, I was good and I'm not bothered or nothing like that. But I was, what do you call it? I'm good and not bothered with nothing. But even right before we started this live chat, I had some negative thoughts that popped back up into my head about certain situations where it's like, okay, well, what if this? And it's like, no, no, go back to how you were feeling. Jump right back into that other state that you were in, and you'll be good. And I did. And then actually, this live kept me motivated, which is what the point of these lives are, is to keep us all motivated down the same track. I was in a good state just when I made a counterpoint to Yup Yup, played out the old story. It comes with a feeling, yes. And those visuals can come and come faster. You've got the power behind it. With anger, I've done that too. But being aware of your thoughts, you'll see you did that exactly, Inked. And it kind of like when you said with anger and stuff right now, it kind of like triggered a nerdy thought in me of Star Wars. Again, I mean, Star Wars, I think, besides the Bible, Star Wars, the first 6 movies, nothing Disney did, teaches like a great story about manifesting, especially with Anakin and Darth Vader's whole thing. It's like I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes if that's what I'm doing right now. Scratching my leg. Um, the dark side is like anger, hate, all that stuff. It gives you power. Yeah, it does. It's like immediate. In the immediate, it's power. But the true strength, like Obi-Wan says, the Clone Wars I count as part of that story too. But he's like, it takes strength to resist the dark side, which takes strength to resist the negative and dark thoughts. But in the end, you become stronger. Like Obi-Wan says, strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could imagine. It's like, you can do whatever you want to me. It's like telling the 3D, you can do whatever you want to me. But whether even the worst case, you strike me down, I am more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Because the fearful need anger and hate and all that stuff to survive and to be powerful when other people are just accepting of who they are and where they are, and they have the power. Because they're not trying to get it. There's your nerdy saying. Inked, this is where I'm at with mine. It feels not good to check my phone, but when I got into my mind and tell the story I want to happen. It feels so good to have this option. Yes, that's the thing. It feels good to have the option where you could just jump right into your mind. It's like when you really need or are missing SP, go right to your end scene. That's it. Go to that end scene, visualize it, and feel the feeling of that. It's like a memory. It becomes like a memory. You could jump into it anytime. I know this isn't relevant, but you look like Mike Meljack. I don't know who that is. Who's Mike Meljack? I don't understand. Still yet to watch. Hayden, I'm surprised you have not watched Star Wars when you have one of the Sigmas on your profile picture and your name is Hayden, and Hayden Christensen plays Darth Vader. You can take a break and just test the law. That's where I had to be. Honestly, I didn't think I'd ever see him again. Now he's the one that texts me. Still not there 100%, but it's happening. Exactly, yes. Sometimes it might not be there 100%, but you're in that state of the wish fulfilled before it happens. And using the mini manifestations are a great way to take the break, like Ink was saying. I once almost did watch it. My friend interrupted me. Oh my God, you gotta keep that friend the fuck away from you and watch all 6 of the movies and tell me that's not manifesting. Mark, yes, I did that with so many friendships, some family and relationships. Always the first to show up, help stick my neck out, and I'm much more selective and tolerated less. So when I love, it's a lot. Exactly, and that's the place where, for me, I've always been closed off and always been on my own thing and never really, I've always done a lot for other people and never thought about it. It's almost like, not in like a bad way and not saying anything bad about it, but it's like sometimes when you're doing something to get something back and you want that recognition, it's showing that you need recognition or thanks or gratitude for something that you should be doing just out of the kindness of your heart or just because it's the right thing to do. However, I understand how it is to be underappreciated too at times, especially when it came to SP and everything like that. not saying it's bad to want that recognition for it, but remember, do things for the love of doing them for other people, not expecting a result from it. And if they burn you or whatever, or they backstab you or something, look at yourself first. Say, what was in me that created that? And if you know what it is and you could go back and work on it, then work on it. But don't be. I'm watching what this dog's doing over here. Sorry. Good. Watch it. But then also still be selective because you are setting your boundaries. But if everyone is you pushed out, worry about not changing the people in your reality, but just having the attitude that everyone appears right for you. And don't dwell on that old story. Revise it if you have to. Say everything works out in my favor. What are your opinions on affirmations and sleep tapes? I think they work. I know they work for people. I know people have done them and they work. But I personally just don't do them. I've tried them before. I did Robert Zinks, I believe. I did Dylan James a little bit. Maybe Kim Velez too. But I just like listening to Kim Velez. I tried them here and there, but it's just always like, eventually when I get so into my affirmations, I do them for myself. Like they just play in my head already. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we were playing video games again? I'm trying that. You and your SP played video games together, Mark? That would be a nice affirmation to do. I tried some Wouldn't It Be Wonderful if too. That always worked pretty good. I just want to pick up Fallout again just to see the changes. Which Fallout are you playing? I love Fallout 4. I picked it up like maybe towards the end of last summer. I was playing. Damn, it was a while ago. Me and my brother started playing that one again. Yes, I was in a good place and played another story and lost an SP again this week. No, you didn't. Yep, you didn't lose an SP. Going to make it right this week, hopefully. No, it's already right. Yep. Change your speaking. Nothing went wrong and nothing did. Now here's a perfect example. What you just said, and then Ink, maybe remind me of this one too. Do not judge a story before it's played out. Now I know I've already done a video like this, but as you guys know the story about me with my last job, right? I walked out and it was a bad taste with the union. It was a bad taste with the last job. I burned a bridge. I didn't expect to go back or anything like that. I didn't care what happened, right? Then this new job hires me. Word travels fast to the union. People gossip. A bunch of grown men just like to gossip and shit. So the new guy who hired me said, "Can you call me?" Well, right before I boarded the plane to Puerto Rico. I said, "Yeah, I'm getting on a plane. I'll call you when I land and get situated." He said, "Just call me tomorrow." So I called, but I was telling SP, I was like, the word probably traveled quick. I don't think I'm going to get this job now. They're probably going to say we don't want you and blah, blah, blah. But then I'm like, you know what? They need me. There's no one that's a harder worker than me. I started saying positive affirmations. And she's like, don't worry about it. Why are you assuming the worst? And I said, why am I assuming the worst? I started thinking positive thoughts. Then when I called him, he goes, yeah, but we just want to get you all your paperwork done before you even get here. So here's the paperwork. Why they haven't sent it to you yet? And it was a positive message. He goes, well, I can't wait to see you next Wednesday and blah, blah, blah. So everything wound up working out for me. It was a positive message, but I immediately assumed the worst. So don't judge the bridge before it unfolds. Nick, man, gotta give it to you guys, because it takes effort as a man to take women back while forgiving her. It takes a lot of fucking effort, a lot. I'll tell you that. But then in the end, it's like, it's really great. I mean, mine, it's a weird situation. I mean, like, there is a difference with the age gap, but I don't care about that. She's learned to overcome her own issues with the age gap. She actually just texted me right now. And, what do you call it? I was trying to see, she goes, I'm glad you enjoyed the bike. I'm happy for you. Because I sent her a bunch of messages throughout the day updating her, but I know she's doing a family day today, and I was hanging out with her yesterday, but I dipped out because, like I said, I was kind of tired of, thank you, Inked. But I was like, you know what, I want to be with my friends and family, so I went with my friends and family, and she's sending me more messages now, but I'm sitting too far back. What was our other message I was trying to get to that I fell off of? Yeah, oh no, yeah, it just takes a lot of effort to forgive them after all that stuff. But like now it's like, but like mine's a little bit weird with the age gap and stuff, right? And then she has a granddaughter and things like that. But it's like sitting there being with her family and then her telling me, she's like, oh, I can't wait. This is one of the things that really stuck out to me at the airport before we even left. She goes, I want to do a cookout with your mom at your place, at your parents' place. And as you see, this is my parents' yard. It's a wreck, and the yard needs to be cemented, and the house is a wreck. But if we clean it up, and she goes, well, I don't think your mom will want to come. But SP doesn't live in a very good neighborhood. But it's like if I drive my mom, she'll go there. And but she said she wanted to do that. Then they want to do a thing where I'm gonna take both of them out for sushi and getting their nails done and stuff, probably in like 2 weeks or something like that. But all that stuff. So it's like the end journey of like everything when you move past the forgiveness, like the strength of the relationship is a lot stronger, I think. So that's a way to look forward to it. Yeah, Fallout is a cool series, but people seem to hate on it. Yeah, I don't know why people hate on it. But yes, go to the freaking end. So we used to before we broke up. Gotcha. Yeah, well that's a good affirmation then. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we were playing video games again? Fallout 76 Fallout 4 is everyone's favorite. Bethesda is, what do they call it? Bethesda? Yeah. I heard about that. I do like, but that's what I like about the game because it's so fucking weird. And you never know what's gonna happen. It's like a weird dream, a fever dream like we were talking about. We're total no contact right now. Helicopter's coming. I feel like Ray Liotta and Goodfellas. I gotta get going. The helicopter's here. Well, whenever you're playing games, this would be something I would use too, Mark. If you're playing games, maybe have your inner conversations. Like maybe it's a single player game where you're playing Fallout 76 or Zelda or something. Whatever game you guys used to play together. When you're playing it, have inner conversations with her as if she was there. Incorporate her into that experience. That's something helpful. I just know it's an instant regret from her. Exactly. I do affirmation tape for masculine self-concept. H, are you doing the one from Elf Affirmations? I love them. I listen to them while I work out. Beautiful, love Fallout. Yep. Oh, you were saying no, Inkton, beautiful, I love Fallout. Yeah, Fallout's great. So was I, Mark. Not contacted at all. Keep at it. Exactly, yeah. Don't judge the story before it plays out. That's a good quote. Perfect. Maybe we'll put that on a shirt. Been sleeping with tapes, and I noticed just this past week I haven't thought about SP really at all. Like I still want them, but I really don't think of them much during my day. That's good, downtown. That's letting it go and moving forward and realizing you already have it. Because if you're with them, you're not thinking about it. Like I sent SP a bunch of messages today. We went back and forth a little bit, but I was more concerned with being with my friends, getting to this live, finishing this other stuff, stressing out about this new job. Like one of the things we were talking about is like, my best friend's like, dude, I'm tired of breaking my back. I'm tired of breaking my back for fucking money. It's good money, but I don't want to break my back for it anymore. So I'm stressed out because it's like I've been on like a nice 2-week hiatus. Now I got to go back to it again. I heard they make a buttload of badge changes. I wouldn't have. Tried Masculine Tapes by Stellar Thought. It's the best. Okay, I'll have to check them out. Stellar Thought. I've never heard of them before. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I am playing FIFA and Giselle Bundchen is down? I don't know who that is, but that sounds like a good time if she's hot. Fallout New Vegas is so crazy. I bought New Vegas for PS3, but it was like I already had the PS4, I think, and it's like I didn't even want to play it, so I never played it. New Vegas was good. I like the concept of New Vegas though, because one, I love Vegas, I love gambling, I love cowboys, westerns, and then that type of whatever you call it, universe. So I would love that one. Maybe they'll remaster it or something. I'll play it. Let's go for 6 more minutes, guys. We'll hit 100 minutes on this, and then I'll jump off, and then I'll finish up hanging out over here with my family. Go home, shave up this neck beard because it's itching me. Try to cover up this burn so I don't look like too much of a freak when I start this new job. And I'll hopefully have a video posted up tomorrow morning on my way to work. 6 a.m. Wake up early, get a nice workout in, and then be on my new schedule where I'm able to possibly work out with SP every day, even though on days where she has to work overtime. And then I got my Fridays back and my weekends to myself, so I'm very excited about this. Yeah, so one thing I didn't like about New Vegas, I don't know if you're talking about the graphics, but they seem very dark and grainy. Yeah, no, actually, you know what? I did go back to Fallout 4. It's very dark, but it was brighter than New Vegas when I played it. The lore is kind of dark too, but not too dark. I think you're just talking about the graphics. I do have a taste for more of this coffee. I did buy Puerto Rican coffee down there. I don't know if it's Puerto Rican, but it's coffee from Puerto Rico. And my mommy made it this morning, and it was very good. The stories are dark. Yeah, the stories are kind of dark. I felt bad for number 4 when his son was the fucking old man. Sometimes I just watch lore vids on YouTube. Hayden, you sound like my brother. He loves lore and all this stuff. He showed me this meme of, when SpongeBob gets the employee of the month, or he thinks he won the award, and he's like that yelling. It's like, lore, I fucking love lore. I'm learning about fictional story arcs. My best friend was not able to join, I guess, unless he was just casually watching. I do owe this man a new lighter because I did fuck up his lighter. Switched up my workout routine so I can really feel it after hitting and switching it. That's awesome. Yeah, it's good to always switch up your workouts too and keep your body shocked. After riding this thing, I felt weak as fuck, so I'm about to go balls to the wall on core and legs. I'm not gonna lie, I slack on my legs a lot. Even SP said it was her favorite feature on me, and that I've lost it. And I lost my ass a little bit. So tomorrow, I'll probably start with legs. I don't want to go to this new job, and I don't want to do leg day. Fucking do them both on the same day. Wake up early. I don't want to wake up early either. Wake up early and do that. How should a woman invite a younger guy on a weekend trip? I want him to come, but I'm not a sugar mommy. I'm not paying for him. So how do you invite him to come spend money on you for the weekend? And my SP hates being called sugar mama too. She's like, I'm not paying for nothing. That's hard because that's almost the part where you need manifesting and not, I don't know, how much contact are you in with him? I'm doing butt day tomorrow. Send him a progress pic and say, you up to spend a weekend together? I'm paying for myself. True. But at the same time, I'm trying to think, how would you do that? Because I'm used to just oh, fuck it, I want to do it. If I got extra money in my pocket, I'll go do it. I'll pay for you too. How do you do that? I'd say maybe if you're in is this the SP you're in constant contact with, or the one you've been dreaming about? Because I'm trying to think, usually girls have not invited me to stuff. It's me inviting them, or at least in my experience with SP and some of the ones I really like, maybe I like to chase with. I saw you going crazy switching on. I saw you going crazy swinging on the pull-up bar. I was going crazy swinging on the pull-up bar? Oh, do you follow me on TikTok? Is that where you've seen it? Say, hey, if you can afford it, come with me on a trip. That's a good way. Ink will give good advice. Ink has actually given me advice on stuff where I didn't need manifesting and stuff with older women. So it has worked. Ink's good at that. No regret, no fear, no hate, no envy. Exactly, H. Tell them you have candy and Nintendo. Ink, that's good. I'm old-fashioned and I want a man to pay, but since I'm older. See, that's the thing. Actually, the first older woman who I really liked and I used to hang out with, and probably something could have happened, but it never did. She was still married and everything. And I didn't have the balls to do that, especially on a guy who was packing heat and law enforcement. I never had the balls to make that move. But she was older, and like she would be like, we would be hanging out. She'd be paying for the dinner stuff. She had more money than me, or she was making more money than me at the time. So she would take care of me like that. But it was never like a relationship or a situation. We never even did anything physically, but it was always flirting and stuff like that. We're still good friends. I actually talked to her last week or the week before. But yeah. I mean, I would always try to pay too, but she knew I didn't have it. Oh, on TikTok, yeah. Yeah, somebody was talking shit on the one where I was doing my pull-ups and they were all crazy. Damn, Mark gave me candy and Metroid. I'm in. Me too. It's the new younger one. I just want to start. I just want to spend my weekend on small vacations, and I wanted someone to come along. Mark Candy. I think maybe what you could do is like, hey, I'm doing a small getaway. If you got some extra cash, like if you, because you were in constant contact with him already, right? So it's not weird. You don't need any manifesting stuff. And if you truly believe he's gonna come with you, and you could visualize yourself together, and you got no problem messaging him, be like, hey, I'm treating myself to a thing. If you got some extra cash, or I don't know how much he'd have to pay or whatever. Like if you got some extra cash, I'd love it if you could come. I think it would be a great time. And this is the thing too, for all the ladies who are older. I mean, I have a couple older lady clients, like in their late 30s, early to mid 40s, who want to be with younger guys, and they're all insecure about it. Like I said earlier, the younger guys might be just as insecure. Look at I was too, and there's like I was telling the one lady, there's a study now that younger guys want to be with older women because I mean, look at the women that we have. It's like they're all hoeing around. So at least if the older ladies were doing it, it happened so many years ago. We were too young to remember it. I'll be honest, a woman has never paid for a date for me. I'd be hella impressed and would buy her twice the dates back. I've always paid. Exactly, Mark. Yeah, that's why it's like when I started making money and I still knew that lady, she actually follows the channel. So I don't know if she's going to say anything to me. But I don't even know if she comes in the lives or not. But I would always like, once I was able to afford it, I'd be like, no, I got it. Because I always wanted to impress her. And I remember like, I'd be like, it's my turn. But she'd be like, nope, I got it. And she always would. So that was cool about her. But I do like an older women too are more old school like that. My SP would pay for dates, buy me gifts, which I didn't accept. I would accept the gifts. My SP's been buying me gifts and stuff too. My SP, it was actually something I wrote down because I always bought her a bunch of gifts. But now I told her to stop because, I mean, like, she didn't even get me anything when we were out on this trip because she was behind on money. And I'm like, don't buy me nothing. I bought her some stuff that I knew she wanted. She couldn't afford. They can't cook. They can't cook. What's that one meme where it's like all women know how is McDonald's not cooking and hot Cheetos, or what's that meme? I remember that one. It was like all misspelled and shit. I already went over the 6 minutes. Man, my nose is so cracked up. Eat hot chip. Yeah, eat hot chip. I was told if a guy doesn't pay, he definitely doesn't like you, which is, and will lose all rapport for you. But since I'm not one to go and would prefer company, I can't expect it. Yeah, and it doesn't mean, it's like, that's the thing too. It's like if a woman invited me to, I would be paying and stuff like that if I had the cash. And then the only reason if he doesn't, and then look at it this way too, and if he doesn't say yes, just say it's because he doesn't have the cash to do it. Put it that way. To keep your mind sharp on it. I have to quit watching red pill stuff. I quit watching red pill stuff a long time ago. Manifestation and hate against women, and go hand in hand. Red pill is good for recovering in gym. Yeah, red pill's good for recovering in gym, but it's not good in the long haul for your mental stuff. I unfollowed all my red pill shit and all the political stuff I was following. I went through and unfollowed all that stuff too, because None of it serves me. None of it affects me. I write my rules in my life. Nothing outside affects me. I make the rules, and that's it. All right, now for sure we'll go 6 more minutes because it's getting kind of cold out here. And, 20% battery. Yeah, they can't go hand in hand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just hit 20% battery, so we'll go 5 more minutes. So whatever you guys got to say, want to talk about, leave comments on the other videos, comments here, DM me on Instagram, or send me emails if you want me to make other topics. And same thing if you want to buy a coaching session, email me or DM me about it, and we'll go from there. Just be happy and focus on what you love. Exactly. You can't go wrong with that. Do everything that you want to do for yourself. Don't do it for anyone else. Best live stream. It's not the best. Oh no, look, that's low sub-concept. It is the best, right? We can't ever beat ourselves up or look at anything negatively like that. Okay, so it is true. If a man doesn't pay, he isn't interested. He's just coming along for convenience. No, if he doesn't pay, I'm saying if he doesn't pay for it, he might not be able to afford it and not want to admit it. Yeah, Mark, that or he's broke. Yeah, he can't. Maybe he doesn't, because he wants you to see him as the masculine man. He wants you to see him as the man. And if he can't provide that, there's more honor in it for him to not go, because he's not going to show you that he's broke. Because if he's broke, then he looks weak to you. And no man wants to show that. No man wants to show that he doesn't have enough money for something. That he's not strong enough. That he can't be. That someone else can outdo him. So no man wants to show you that. So just because he's not paying doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that he can't. Oh, he just sent me something. I can't see it though. But what do you call it? It doesn't mean that. It just means that he might not have the money for it. That's why I'm saying, if he doesn't go, assume that best story is that he can't afford it at the moment. Because I don't know. I think, or it's just the way they were raised too. Like, a lot of men are raised like me. But there's different guys too who have different opinions on this. A lot of men are like me. We're raised to believe that you go out and you treat the woman and you pay for everything and you do that. There's some dudes who are like, no, it's 50-50. Just the way I was raised was, if you ask a girl out, if I even do this with friends, if I ask my friend to hang out, like if I ask my best friend to go to the cigar lounge with me, a cigar could cost anywhere from $5 to $10 a pop, especially at the cigar lounge. It's like buying drinks. If I ask you out for drinks and you're my friend, I got the first round or two. And then obviously I can't be buying everything, or I'll buy a bucket or something like that and we'll stay for that and then go. But it's like, I just feel whoever initiates it will do that. But if it's a girl, even if the girl invites you, you're still kind of expected to pay. Whether she pulls out her wallet or not and tries to pay for it, you have to tell her no, put it away. It's just about how you were raised, I think. So he might not even know he's doing anything wrong if he doesn't pay for stuff. I'll be doing intentions related to contact for relationship and visualizing the end. Yeah, Mark said, which isn't always bad if he's broke. Now I see, it's like, what is this? Oh, SP is saving stuff to the camera roll because I sent her all the pictures from our trip. It's on through Snapchat, but don't give too much. Don't give too much. Yeah, I'm guilty of that, and he's guilty of taking advantage of me. Yep, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. Yeah, exactly. It's all how you look on it too. If you're keeping score, which I'm guilty of doing too, then are you really loving the person and giving unconditionally? Not saying you need to give them everything, but what you can't afford to give, you're not looking to get back. You're giving because you want to give to the person and you love them. It's not because you're trying to buy their love or get them to do something for you. All right, we're in the final minute, guys. Anything else that you want to say? Anything you want me to cover? Any questions? Video topics? I know Ink just recorded 3 of them. I've got some Neville stuff highlighted. If I don't have the video up tomorrow morning, I will have one for you guys tomorrow night. If you want, I always put my link tree at the bottom of the videos. go to one of my videos, hit the link tree, add me on Snapchat. You can watch my fitness motivational stories, or follow me on Instagram. You can watch the fitness stuff. I'm recording a bunch of them, then I'm gonna start posting them on my Nikki Balls TikTok and my motivational channel and stuff like that. But this is, like I said, Mystic's #1 channel, then Flex Entertainment, then the Nikki Balls vlogging stuff, then Nikki Lily's life. I don't want to keep score, but I was raised if a guy lets you pay, he will never actually like or love. And woman, it's confusing. Good luck, Mark and H. Yes, good luck to you boys as well. But at the same time, yup, that he might. It's like I said, I like this girl more than I liked SP when I first met her. I thought that was the girl I was gonna be with. Yes, Inked always has great advice. What do you call it? It is about how you were raised too, and those are your limiting beliefs. We're all raised in a certain way, and we all have those limiting beliefs. If you choose to believe the more I give, the more he loves, or if I believe the more I give, the more she loves, then they will. Like she told me before, she goes, it doesn't matter how many trips and things you give me, if I can't love you, I can't love you. But then I said the affirmations of yes, it does, and all of a sudden we're back at it, and things are good. Boom. So it's all how you look at it, and it's all changing your subconscious and your beliefs. We're at 1:11, so I think it's a good place to end it. As always, I love you guys very much. I'm happy to be back. Not looking forward to work tomorrow, but I get to go to work. I don't have to go to work. Cool that I'm gonna learn how to do this summer with SP. Summer of growing the Mystic channel. Hopefully we'll hit we will hit the 1,000, and I'll get to find out what their YouTube ad revenue is like. Hopefully it's enough to walk away from the day job within the next couple months, or at least if I work there till Christmas time, bank up some stuff, put some stuff into my retirement, and then go full time with this. But I love all you guys for the support. I really appreciate it. Once we get to 1,000, we can do the membership channel too, and that'll help me out. But like I said, you don't do it for the money, and the money will come to you. And anyway, I'm glad that you guys are here, and you guys waited, and hopefully the video has helped. And like I said, just send comments of whatever you want. And she's really saving all those pictures. Send comments of what you want to see videos on, whatever topics you're bothering with, and then we'll be live again Monday. So we'll be back on schedule next Monday. Coming back with success stories soon. Yes, you will, brother. Much love to you as well. Awesome stream. Hope to catch you next time. Yes, and maybe I'll do one Monday morning and then Monday night. I was thinking about finding out which one's more popular, doing a poll on it. And once I get the poll of which one's more popular, I'll do that on Mondays. And then when I could do the membership channel, you can do a separate stream for the members only. So on Monday morning, if that's the more popular time, the Monday morning will be the free one. And then for people who need a second live, I'll do that one Monday night if there's more if it's less popular. But then you get 2 streams if you do that. I think that's how it is. That would be a good plan. Love the brotherhood. Yes, that's what I want to do, the brotherhood, and because we have the ladies, the sisterhood too, the family, Mystic Manifesting family. You need to do a success story with Ink and successful. Yeah, we talked about that before too, but Ink can't show her face. We talked about that. Hopefully Ink will start a channel soon, but she'll do it with just the voice only. Or we could just have a cartoon version. We could take one of your pictures, cartoonize it or whatever, put you in one thing and then me video right here, and then have you talking over that. You're welcome, Ink. Love you too, and I'll take a look at the picture you sent me, and thank you for being the scribe of the channel and writing everything down, because now we have 3 videos. Plus I'll do 3 Neville ones, and then whatever else I see in the comments. I still have to get back to everyone's comments too. It's been crazy, it's been busy, and but glad to be back. Love you guys. I'm excited for what this summer and what the rest of this year has to bring for all of us, and keep me updated. All right, love you guys. See you later.